Hello everyone, welcome back. I am your host and friend Uttam Chaudhary, and you have started to watch my channel Excel to Excellence. Now, in the series of Excel Quick Bites, today we are going to talk about something called SPARKLINE chart. Now, this SPARKLINE chart is a very good feature which tells you, which actually makes chart in one single cell. So basically, you don't have to really use big space in the Excel, but you can actually look into and create the chat in the same cell. So before we go ahead and take a look into it, please do like and subscribe my video. Do uh, you know press the notification button so that as soon as I drop any video, you do not miss out anything. Thank you so much. Now, before we get started, let's understand this sheet a little bit. I have created a table in which we have the sales data for from January till December, and the items are shoes, t-shirts, trousers, and track pants. And it is telling you the sales amount for from January to December for all the four items you're seeing on the screen. So what I'm going to do is this is the place I've kept it for creating the Sparkline chart for you. So what I'll have to do is I'll go ahead and click on Insert. Under Insert, do you see this something called Sparkline Group? Under Sparklines Group, I'll go ahead and select Columns. So it is asking me what range do you want me to connect kind of select. So I would go ahead and select the whole thing, and oh, it's telling, oh, probably I have to select only this guy at the moment. And what I'm going to do is, if you can take a look, it is actually telling you it's created the chart within one cell only. Now, what I can do is to make sure that we do it for all the other ones, you can just expand it and you see how the charts have been created. Now it is telling you, so from here you can pretty much make out that this month or these 3 months are the highest sales month for the shoes, and similarly this particular month is the highest sales month, which is June, is what you can see. You can really see how the trend is moving. Yeah. So you can also do is if you go under design, now as soon as you know in all the office products, as soon as you select any new feature, you get the same the same design tab for that particular feature. I can actually convert this into line, the second option which we have. Now in this line, you can pretty much see that it is showing you the trend by how we have progressed over month on month. Now I can go ahead and show you something more. If I click on columns, and you can pretty much say what is my high point. So high point has been denoted here with the color red, which tells you that which is the highest sales point, for each month. I can also select the low point, but low point is not visible because it's quite digged into the ground. But what we can do is we can go ahead and make a separate color for, so let me make red for low point, and for high point, let me make it green. So if you look here, you may be able to see these ones, this one here and this one here is already showing in red. Yeah. There's one peculiar thing about Sparkline chart is that if you put the values in negative, say if I put the value in negative here, you would see that the sparkline chart automatically shows and kind of baselines it in the center, and then it would automatically show which value is in negative. So you can pretty much see how the negative is being shown up here. Yeah. It's the same thing we can do it with the line chart. In case of line chart as well, we can go ahead and click on the high points and the low points. If you look here, it is showing green. Let me enlarge it to make it more visible. So if you see here, the high points are being noted in green, the low points are being noted in red. So this is how you can pretty much analyze more in terms of graph in a single cell, and it would give you the sense of how the trend is working in a single chart. So let me show you another example. This is one example, but let me show you another example. What I'll do is I'll try to flip it and make it more like a, you know, let me transpose this. So let me put the values and transpose it this way, right? So now if I do the transpose here, you see that it is showing the values, and let me convert this into dollars. So let me go here and make it dollar, and then by single with no decimal places. So let me do this. Now if I want to look here that how my the same thing but in more in a horizontal manner. So let me go ahead and give a little more width to this line. So let me make this 30. Now this is making more sense here. Now if I go here and insert, say, column chart here, what I would do is I would select this data range and I would say OK. Now if you see here, the data range is pretty much shown here, and you can pretty much see how the data is ranging. You can change the entire thing to the line chart as well, which you can see, and you can actually have a high point and low points the way you want. And I can probably, I'm always a fan of making red for the low points and green for the high points. Yeah, that's how it should be, I believe so. So if you look here, you have the green point and the green point for high and red for the low points here. So this is pretty much there. Now, one thing that which is associated, that if you try to delete this, doesn't work. The delete doesn't work here. I'm pressing the delete button, it doesn't go. So if you have to remove, the option that you have to do is go ahead and click on clear selected sparkline. Yeah, and it would go from here. So I would go ahead and again insert something like line chart again. Let me select the whole thing and it will show up immediately. And I can again, as I've mentioned before, the high point, the low points, and I can kind of define that really nice and easy. And this is how you can really make use of in in the large data. You can have a very quick look of how you can actually create the the graph of how the performance is really happening. So hope this video was useful. Please let me know through your comments. Please do like my video, subscribe, and press the notification button for my channel so that as soon as I drop any new video, you get the notification immediately. Thank you so much.